Good afternoon and welcome to Watson Memorial Stadium as we get ready for this big district matchup between the Hobbs Lady Eagles and the Clovis Lady Wildcats. Yeah, our triple header, Hobbs versus Clovis this week, a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I'm TJ Miracle. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for this one. For Clovis under head coach Daniel Rojas, 4-12-2 on the season, 2-2 in district. Their starters will be number 1, junior striker Sky Kuroki. Number 3, 8th grade defender Eleanor Baldwin. Number 5 is senior midfielder Anise Maltos. Number 8, senior midfielder and defender Corelli Baeza. Number 9, sophomore striker Joanna Miranda. Number 11, senior midfielder Andrea Chavez. Number 11, sophomore midfielder Jaylene Zayas. Number 12 is senior midfielder and defender Sophia Medlin. Number 13, senior forward and midfielder Sophie Roberts. Number 22 is freshman midfielder and striker Jaya Gonzalez. And in the cage, it will be 8th grade goalkeeper Lupita Malvaez. For your Hobbs Lady Eagles on senior night here tonight, we will recognize the seniors as we move through the evening. You've got number 1, Sabrina Marquez, your senior goalkeeper. Number 3, sophomore midfielder and forward Corelli Rivera. Number 7 is senior forward and striker Brooke Davis. Number 8, junior defender and midfielder Mariah Zambrano. Number 9, senior defenseman Basilia Hernandez. Number 12 is junior defender and midfielder Dennis Valdez. Number 15, senior defender Mariah Jimenez. Number 16, junior defender Natalie Silva. Number 20 is senior defender Liliana Monroe. Number 21 is junior midfielder Alessandra Terrazas. And number 17 is Liliana Cortez. So we are underway. Hobbs will be attacking the south goal as it is 75 degrees and very windy this afternoon. Winds out of the northwest, gusting up to 25 miles an hour. So on the throw-in after we are underway, it'll be out, and the Lady Eagles back on it. The JV winning earlier 4-0 as that one comes bouncing back in. As Davis looking for a little room, battles into the corner, takes it out, but Clovis will move it away. Trying to get it into space. Hobbs on the attack. That's what they do best, is kicking that one over, getting it into the center. Hobbs looking for a little room to move, but Clovis will clear it back out towards the midfield. It'll be picked up as they try to get Rivera on the far side. It'll bounce into Clovis and then come bouncing back. As that one a little miss-hit and will go out, and it will be a Clovis throw-in. Thanks for being with us here this afternoon. Yeah, last year we got the blimp. We didn't get that today, but that's okay. So on the throw-in for Clovis, it'll be Hobbs who kicks it away into the Hobbs defending zone. Hobbs will send it back, then send it forward. Of course, last time we saw the Lady Eagles, they were in a battle here against Carlsbad last week, winning 1-0. Carlsbad's defense decided they were not going to let the Hobbs strikers get anything. They kept the Lady Eagles very, very pinned up. You've got to think Clovis has seen that and will be doing the same thing. Of course, Hobbs beat Clovis 3-0 in Clovis earlier, as that could be trouble as that comes through, and a shot on goal easily handled there as that put on by Jaya Gonzalez, and the stop by Sabrina Marquez. Sabrina will send it back down into the midfield, rolls off the chin of one of the Clovis defenders as Davis will battle in the midfield. Clovis trying to find a little room, then a nice little bump tackle, and will go out, and it will be Clovis ball. 40 minutes to decide it for the Lady Eagles today. It is quite simple. Win, and you are the district champions. Actually, win or tie, and you are the champions of district. Do anything but lose, and you have got the district crown sewn up. 15-3 on the year. That's the Lady Eagles record, 4-0 in district. As we've got a penalty, a free kick from midfield after the minor infraction, as Clovis will send it away off the heads of one of the Hobbs Lady Eagles. It gets free into the backfield, and a shot on goal as Marquez will lean down and get on that one as another shot put onto the cage by Jaya Gonzalez. So Hobbs has been a little bit on their heels this one. Of course, didn't get their normal warm-up period because of senior night, and recognizing those seniors, Sabrina Marquez, Liliana Cortez, also Brooke Davis, Basilia Hernandez, Mariah Jimenez, and Liliana Monroe. Of course, Cortez getting the start today, the senior, normally the goalkeeper, but getting the start today in the front as a forward. So got the seniors all starting this one. As that one will go out off of Clovis, it'll be Hobbs' ball on the far side. Again, a very breezy afternoon here at Watson Stadium, with winds gusting 25-plus miles an hour. That wind's a little bit nippy. I should have brought my jacket. That's all right. We'll get through it together. On the throw-in, that one comes bouncing around as Cortez gets taken down, and then Clovis will send it back down into the attacking zone. As Corelli Rivera will just send it back out. Pretty good battle going on the far side as Cortez loses it off of her foot and out in the Clovis bench. It'll be a Lady Wildcat throw-in. 4 minutes have elapsed in the opening half of this one. Still no score. Clovis has put 2 shots on goal, nearly 3 there. That one goes rattling into the side of the net. So Marquez will send that one down and send it away. As this one will come back into the midfield, as that one could be trouble, as Davis will get it on her foot. It's a foot race. She has to pull up momentarily, loses it. She'll send it off on the centering pass, trying to get it onto the far side, and a shot on goal. And that one will be stopped as Terrazas put the shot in, stopped by Malvaez, and then out. It'll be a corner kick for the Lady Eagles. Hobbs doing a nice job on the attack right there. Davis saw Terrazas flashing up the left seam and tossed it in. So now the corner kick for the Lady Eagles is Hobbs. Will set up Mariah Zambrano. The senior will put it into the middle of the field. Puts it over, and Clovis will body that one away with Karoki. But Hobbs keeps it back, trying to put one on net, and that one out. It'll be another corner kick for the Lady Eagles. Another opportunity for a set play. 34-30 remaining in the first half of this one. Still 0-0. 2 shots on goal for Clovis, 1 for Hobbs. And now another set play opportunity. Zambrano sets it up in the corner. Sends it a little further out this time as that one will come bouncing into space. It'll be settled down on the near side, giving chase. Lady Eagles trying to get it before it goes out. They cannot get to it as Valdez is not able to get there in time as that one will go out off Clovis in the midfield. So back to the Lady Eagles as Jimenez to toss that one in. As Cortez tries to settle it down, she battles, finds some space. It'll be a popping shot, running in on it. Clovis's defenders collapse in on it. Davis tries to center it up, moves through Cortez, gets a little foot on it, but not enough as that one will be blocked out by the Lady Wildcats, and then bouncing it back down. Lady Eagles on the defense, a high one in, and that one will come bouncing down as Karoki will knock it away before it can be any trouble as the 8th grade keeper a little bit out of position on that. Hobbs smelling an opportunity here. Battle on the near side. Clovis gets it away, but right back onto the foot of the Lady Eagles and Rivera. Corelli will have to send it back. Moving through space is senior Moreau. Moreau kind of gets bumped off of it, but maintains possession. She'll send it into the midfield. Chasing on the far side is Terrazas. Terrazas will leave it off as Hobbs again starts the attack. That one goes spinning on the backside and out on the far sideline. It'll be a Hobbs throw-in. Hobbs on the attack here with 33 minutes remaining in the first as Cortez bodies that one off, comes into space, looking for a little room. Turnaround shot, no good as that was blocked out, and it'll come back out to Monroe. Moreau will send that one bouncing towards the back line. Karoki will get there and then send it back away. Hobbs immediately puts it back in, but Clovis will settle it down and try and start dribbling it forward. And a whistle sounds, and we will have a minor infraction called on Clovis, as Chavez, I think, getting a little too aggressive on that bump there for the Lady Wildcats. So the Lady Eagles from approximately 30 yards out. Yeah, they'll put it right at the 20, so 30 yards out. As that one will come bouncing through, could be trouble. It gets up behind the cage keeper, but then out wide to the left. Hobbs with an opportunity right there, but the bouncer just goes a little bit wide. Lupita Malvaez in the cage for Clovis is just an 8th grader. As Clovis trying to spoil senior day here at Watson Stadium and trying to postpone the Lady Eagles winning the district crown here this afternoon. Oh, on the free kick back in. Clovis will pop that one up back to the midfield. Hobbs will give chase. Lady Eagles get it, and they will start on the attack once again. Just feeding it forward. That one settled down momentarily. Hobbs will get it. That's Rivera flashing up the far sideline. Getting to her and slowing her down is Baldwin. But Rivera gets around. Then Kuroki will bounce it off of Rivera and then bounce it off of her own face as that one will come bouncing down. Hobbs giving chase. Back out trying to find a little bit of space. Sending it on towards goal is Muro, and that one will be knocked down and stopped. As we'll give that one to Muro as Alvarez with the stop. That one could have gone into the cage, so we'll make that a shot. Alvarez sends it back down. Hobbs controls it once again. Cortez looking for a little space. Into the middle. Terrazas off of the cleats. Looking, sends it into the middle. Davis looking for some room, turns around, shoots it, and it'll go wide to the right. And out, so it'll be a free kick now for Clovis. 10 minutes have elapsed here in the opening period. The Hobbs Lady Eagles and Clovis knotted it 0-0, each team with 2 shots on goal. But after withstanding the earlier attack, the early attack by Clovis, Hobbs has been on the attack since then. As it'll come back into play, everybody misjudges that one, and it'll go out. And they're going to say last touched by Clovis. So the throw in by Roberts. So she'll toss that one in, and Hobbs will immediately just send that one right back out off the foot of Basilia Hernandez. And a whistle. And a sub coming in for Clovis. As that'll be Baldwin checking out. Coming in her place will be Adriana Beavers. On the throw in. Lady Eagles take it away. Come back down on the attack. That one leaks through. Hobbs on the run. That's Terrazas taking it up the left seam. Looking over. Firing in. And Malvaez comes out. And we'll get a brilliant stop on that one as Terrazas has her second shot on goal as that one will dribble out on the far side. Hobbs has had some opportunities as they've had some come dribbling through. Clovis has managed to withstand it thus far. So it'll be a Lady Eagle throw in from right of their own bench from my perspective. Rivera tosses that one into space, comes bouncing around. Fight for it right in front of the net at about 15 yards out. Hobbs will get to it. Terrazas, another shot. That one will go high and wide left. Hobbs keeping the pressure on. Of course, Lady Eagles winning their first meeting 3-0. In Clovis a couple weeks back. As Hobbs takes that one away, centering pass, Kuroki just going to send that one out on the far side. So another throw in for the Lady Eagles as that one goes bouncing into the stands on the far side. Pretty good crowd on hand on a breezy Saturday afternoon. Really pretty nice day. As into a little space, Hobbs looking, trying to get it to Davis. Too much for her, but coming over to collect it is Muro. Now on the little bump as Kuroki will just have to send it back down. Hobbs was trying to get Muro in the middle as Hobbs sends it back into the fray. That one comes bouncing as Maltos battles on the near side with Valdez and out. It should be, well, it'll be a Clovis throw in. That'll be Medlin to throw it in. So Medlin tosses it in and Valdez promptly sweeps it out. Another throw in for Clovis. This time it'll be Roberts from the midfield. She will toss it in. Too much for Miranda to handle and then out off of a Lady Eagle. That was Jimenez. So Clovis just slowly and methodically working their way back into the attacking zone. Roberts on the throw in. Trying to settle it down to start it back the other way as Valdez. Clovis will take it away. On the attack from the 35-yard mark. Driving in, taken away by the Lady Eagles and Hernandez, who feeds it forward. Bouncer into the middle. That one, Hobbs, nifty little move with some room to run. Coming through is Rivera. She'll feed it forward and up to Davis and light the lamp as Davis off of the assist puts it home. The senior, Brooke Davis, will score that one at 13 16 of the first period. In the 14th minute of play, the Hobbs Lady Eagles take the early 1-0 lead as that one went bouncing through Davis with no hesitation at all as Malvaez came out of the cage and tried to contest that a little bit. Probably not the best move as Davis, one of the leading scorers in the state, lights the lamp and gives Hobbs the 1-0 lead. So back to action as Hobbs now with the first netted goal of the game. Really no other kind in soccer. As Clovis on the kickoff, they'll move it back down. Hobbs will send it back through. As Valdez looking for some space. She'll send one bouncing back down. And onto the foot again of Rivera. Rivera, little chip shot over. Clovis will bounce it back. Coming over now, trying to get it on the right wing. Giving chase is Davis. Davis will get it before it goes out in the corner. Battles, and then that one out. And they're going to say Davis touching it last. So throw in for Clovis. 1-0, Hobbs in the lead. Off the Davis goal from the assist by Rivera. Clovis on the throw-in and actually throws it out. So Hobbs will come up to toss it back in. That'll be Jimenez, number 15. She tosses that one into space, bounces around. Clovis tries to settle it down. Working through, getting it over to Rivera on the far side. Just has to send it back, and then a pop-a shot from 20 yards out, and that one goes through the uprights and good. But in soccer, of course, no points for that. So back to Malvaez, who will set it down, and Baeza will send it back out for Clovis. 25 minutes remaining in the first. Hobbs leads 1-0. Clovis trying to find a little space of their own. Haven't had a shot since about 3 minutes into the first. As that one going to be settled down by Valdez. Hobbs brings it back on the attack. Moving through, that's Addison Bettis who's just stepped in. It is, offsides on the Lady Eagles. As Bettis was trying to find Davis, but I say, nope, got an infraction there, so back over to Clovis. So it'll be a free kick for Clovis. As they dodge a bullet right there with the minor infraction. That one will come bouncing through. Clovis bodies it up. Nice move there for Chavez. But Hobbs' defenders will immediately send it back down. Everybody giving chase, and it goes out. And it'll be a throw-in for Medlin. Medlin puts it in. Nope. Referees say we weren't ready yet. Got a sub coming in, so there'll be another opportunity to throw that one in. As Coach Rojas maybe trying to get a little more attacking power in there with Siriana Raphael coming in and setting up in a forward position. On the throw-in, though, Hobbs takes it away and ouch off the head of Rivera. And then out, Clovis still throwing it in midfield as the wind continues to howl this afternoon. Throw in by Baeza. She'll send it in. Clovis looking for some room with Chavez. Chavez gets cut off by Rivera, who will send it back bouncing slowly, but then Clovis gets a foot on it, sends it deep into the attacking zone. And on the far side, Hobbs will just have to send that one out. So a throw in from the far side for Clovis. Hobbs leading 1-0, but Clovis trying to mount an attack here with 23 minutes remaining in the first half. On the throw in into space, bounces through. Marquez loses it, comes out, and then Hobbs will do a nice job. The defenders get to it. Then they'll block everything up and try and start it back the other way. Pretty good battle going on at 20 yards out from the goal. Then a bounce into space as Bettis will settle it down, and she will send one forward. Davis on the run. Clovis gets there first, but Davis battles, takes it away. Davis losing it momentarily, comes through, tries the centering pass, and good defense on the near side by Clovis to keep Davis from being able to center that one to Bettis or Rivera. And it'll go out, so it'll be a corner kick from the near side this time for the Lady Eagles. As that'll be Addison Bettis to put it into play on the set play for the Hobbs Lady Eagles. Bettis Tries to bend it like Beckham, and it'll come off of a head and then come bouncing back out in front of the cage. And they'll have a whistle, and we'll have a minor infraction on Clovis. I think we're going to have a free kick. Pretty close in for Hobbs. Well, he pointed at Clovis, but it looks like Clovis is going to get the free kick. So Clovis will settle it down and send it back down with Baeza. Kicks it over towards the far sideline, comes bouncing through. Hobbs will settle it down in the midfield. Then it gets taken away by Raphael. Raphael looking for some room. She'll try the chip and chase, as Marquez will come out of the cage, the edge of the box, and say, nope, I'm just going to grab this one before anybody can get anywhere close to it. The senior keeper sends it back down into the midfield. Hobbs leading this on the goal by Brooke Davis. To the near side. And out, last touch by Hobbs. Davis battling inside with Kuroki. And back to Clovis. 1-0, Hobbs in the lead. Baeza to throw it in from the near side. They set everything up. The officials say, all right, play on. As that one in, as Rivera heads that one off. Comes back into space. Clovis will settle it down. Battling there is Zaragoza. Taken away by Rivera. Centers it up. Clovis comes through. And it'll come off the foot of Baeza. Now Clovis on the attack. Trying to get a running Raphael. She'll have room on everybody. Corrals it. Tries to slow it down. Then centering pass. Hobbs there, though, to knock it away. And back down with Valdez. Valdez battles, then sends it into space and right onto the foot of Chavez for Clovis. Rivera there to take it away and start it back up. Kuroki settles it down, but then Bettis will take it away. Little bounce, and Bettis settles it down. And they're going to say infraction on Clovis, free kick for Hobbs. Sending it back, and that'll go off the back of Kuroki and go bouncing into space as we hit the halfway mark of the first half. Just under 20 minutes remaining here in the first. To the near side collision. And then out off of a Lady Wildcat, so throw in for the Lady Eagles. Whistle sounds as subs coming in. Hernandez will check out for Hobbs. Comes in her place. That'll be Madeline Adame, number 14. He'll throw in for the Lady Eagles to Bettis as it goes bouncing into space as Rivera comes up, and then Davis will wind up taking it. Hobbs moving into the middle, trying to get it through from Bettis to Davis. Davis turns around. That one going to be partially blocked. Then Davis will send one, and that one will go just wide, but smartly, Baez will come out and get it and make that stop. Her fourth stop of the ball game. Hobbs leading this one 1-0. So bounced her near side and out off the Lady Eagles. Throw in again for Clovis. So on the throw in and a knee shot, trying to get it to Rivera. Clovis there to take it away with Baeza. Feeds it forward. Then into the backfield. Gets away from the Hobbs defenders. They center it up, but Clovis sends up an extra attacker with some room to work. Now Clovis working it forward. Nice job by the Hobbs defense on the far side. Moving it up. Chip and chase trying to get it to Bettis. They will. She will feed it off onto the far sideline. Back into the middle for Bettis. Bettis, a little stutter step. Puts it in and just wide right of left of the goal. Bettis with a golden opportunity. I think she takes about 3 more steps. That one's probably in the back of the net. Will send it just wide of the cage. Well, Baez not able to control it, though, so it'll be a corner kick for the Lady Eagles from the northwest corner here at Watson Stadium. So Bettis will set it down. Hobbs moves out just a little bit as Bettis will send it bouncing into space. Clovis will body it off and clear it out. So the threat nullified for the moment. Bouncing to the near side and out and off of Hobbs. Throw in for Clovis. As a whistle, as Clovis will send another new player in. Zaragoza Was going to throw it in, but she'll leave it off for Corelli Baeza, who will throw it in near side. Under 17 to play, first half. Hobbs leading 1-0 on a 14th minute goal by Brooke Davis. As that one comes bouncing through with a little room. Clovis on the attack. That's Raphael. Raphael moves in on it and then misfires and then off of the hands of Marquez. Marquez with the stop off Sidiana Raphael. But a good chance there for Clovis, and Marquez, the senior keeper, does a nice job shutting that one down. She stopped all 3 shots that she has faced thus far here in the first half. Marquez back down the pitch, as Hobbs will just send that one well down off of the foot, and that one will go out as Kuroki screens out Davis to keep her from getting to it. Baeza will come back over for the throw-in. Clovis has managed to put a little pressure on the Lady Eagles, and they have bent a couple of times, but they have yet to break. And just booting that one back is Mariah Jimenez, one of the seniors recognized earlier, and out off of a Lady Wildcat. I believe that was Medlin. So throw in for the Lady Eagles. That'll be Valdez to throw it in from the near side. Hobbs trying to stay on the attack with 15 and a half minutes remaining here in the first half, and a 1-0 lead. Waiting on a sub to check in. Now the officials say, all right, you can toss that one in, Miss Valdez. Off of the head of Bettis into space. Clovis takes it back. Rivera puts a foot on it. And then we'll screen it out as it comes out. Not able to get to it. Back to Clovis. The throw in from Zaragoza. Zaragoza tosses that one in as the header will come bouncing around Rivera, and then a whistle. And a minor infraction on Clovis, so free kick for Hobbs. And Hobbs will just quickly put that one back into play. Comes bouncing through onto the foot of Davis. Davis on the right side shoots it in and on goal in the stop by Malvaez. The 8th grader stonewalls Davis for the second time in 3 shots. Of course, Brooks' tally is the only one of the game thus far. But Hobbs with another good opportunity right there. As the ball comes back into play, Rivera settles it, pops it through to the far side. Terrazas giving chase, trying to get it before it rolls out and cannot. So give it back to Clovis. 14 minutes remaining here in the first. 1-0, Hobbs in the lead. Lady Eagles 6 shots on goal. 1 has found the back of the net. Clovis with 3, and they have yet to score. Again, the Lady Eagles win or tie. They are the district champs and don't have to worry about Selection Sunday next week, because they will be automatically in. The only question then becomes, do they get a home game? Not getting a lot of love in the Max Preps and Coaches polls. Only 7th in the state with a 15-3 record. As that one comes bouncing down. And getting back there is Jimenez, who will just send it out on the far sideline. Clovis throw in. I mean, the Lady Eagles district champs, and they wind up with just 3 losses on the season. I'm not sure how they wouldn't give them a home game for sure. Possibly even have to check if that's, I'll check at halftime if it's a 16 or a 12-team bracket. If it's 12, of course, you get the first round bye. It's 16, they would definitely get a home game. I'm not sure they could put them any lower than 8. There's would be absolutely no reason, no excuse for that with a 17-3 record. And that one comes through. And the Lady Eagles will just send it back up. Defense doing their job. Back towards the midfield. As that one goes skittering along the far sideline, giving chase. Lady Eagles, Kuroki gets to it first. She battles on the far sideline with Terrazas over there and out off of Kuroki. So it'll be a Hobbs throw-in going back on the attack. 12 minutes remaining here in the first half. Clovis tries to settle it down. Hobbs will take it away. Still moving through and then into space. Clovis with an opportunity there with Raphael. As Raphael, they'll get her for the tackle. Free kick for Hobbs. From 35-yard line, so 45 yards out. As the Lady Eagles send that one bouncing back down as Bettis and Davis both collide and move in on Malvaez, who comes out, withstands the pressure and grabs that one before it can become any threat. And she will send it back away. So into the midfield as Rivera takes it off the side of the foot. Controls, looks for a little space, brings it towards the middle, bouncing ball on goal. So a long shot on goal for Corelli Rivera. Elias will stop that one. The 8th grade keeper has stopped 7 of the 8 that she's faced. As that one comes bouncing near side and out, it'll be a throw-in for Clovis near side. Zaragoza will pick that one up off the track to toss it in. Now she will hand it over to Medlin. We got a sub coming in for Clovis. Is out is Chavez, in is Zayas. 1-0, Hobbs in the lead as we click down to 10 minutes, plus whatever little amount of stoppage they put on it. As that one out off the throw-in off of a Lady Eagle. Zaragoza leaves it for Medlin, who tosses back in to Bettis, who spins it through and then will bounce it over. Giving chase, Kuroki gets to it. Davis, though, comes over and tries to take it away from her, and it'll go out off of Brook on the near side. And back over to Clovis. 10 minutes exactly remaining here in the first. Hobbs leading 1-0. Hobbs has had opportunities. 8 shots on goal, really only 3 of them have been what I would call quality looks. There's a sub coming in for the Lady Eagles. It's preparing to throw that one in. It's Clarissa Mattis, who checked in a moment ago. So Mattis sends it in and then off of the head of Medlin and out. So another Hobbs throw in. Just working it forward. So Mattis, the junior midfielder, tosses it into space. Valdez sends it back to, that was Adame, but then Clovis will take it away and start bringing it back up. Onto the foot of Raphael, who has one of the shots for Clovis. Hobbs defense does a nice job, though, momentarily getting it before Raphael comes back and takes it away, and then it'll come near side and off one of the Lady Eagles. 8:55 to go. Clovis trying to put on a little sustained pressure now. Is Baeza to throw it in, and another Clovis sub coming in. Checking back in is Anessa Maltos, who started the match. So on the throw in, it's Baeza to toss it in, and the other number 12, our number 12, Valdez, will bump that one out. So Clovis, another throw-in opportunity, 8.5 minutes remaining. Raphael to throw it in this time, as she'll toss it in off the head of Baeza and out. Or pardon me, Valdez and out. So another throw-in for Clovis, gets even closer this time. So Baeza again tossing it in. Clovis working it in, and then they'll send that one out of the back of the end zone. And they'll move it back down. It'll be Marquez who goes and collects it, and Hobbs will send it back into play. Of course, while we've got a moment, big thanks to all of our great sponsors. Couldn't do it without them. You see them there at the bottom of your screen, making Hobbs Eagle and Lady Eagle Sports possible here on Hobbs Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com. Never having to charge you to watch your kids and teams play or beg you for donations. Fortunately, too many so-called broadcasters are doing that. We don't, and part of that is because of those great sponsors. So Hobbs back trying to get on the attack here late in the first half. That one will come bouncing down. Sabrina will just come out and grab that one before Raphael can put any pressure on her. And then sends it back towards the midfield. As I mentioned earlier, this is the third game in a Hobbs-Clovis triple header this weekend. Of course, started out with the Hobbs Lady Eagles winning a thrilling 5-set match at Tasker Arena on Thursday night. And then the Hobbs boys football team going to Clovis last night and easily taking care of the Wildcats, and the Lady Eagles trying to make it a three-peat on this triple-header Hobbs-Clovis weekend. Into space, Bettis with a chance. Moves forward as getting back to her quickly is Raphael and bumping her off. Pardon me, that was Roberts. And they're going to say that Hobbs committing a minor infraction. I think they're going to get Bettis for the push-off. And so Clovis will get an opportunity to send it back down with 6 minutes remaining as Rivera comes out. Takes that, pardon me, that was Adame. Rivera is normally the one wearing the headband. It's Adame today. So Hobbs still looking for some room, moving it through. That'll be Gonzalez, who battles on the far side. Clovis will get it back, and they'll try and move it up into the midfield, back into the teeth of the Hobbs defense, and they send it back. Bouncing ball, Davis trying to get it to the far side. As that one comes through Adame. Well, that's Rivera this time. She does have a headband on today. Corelli to it. Moving it back. Hobbs trying to put on some sustained pressure. Valdez just popping it over onto the far side. As Rivera runs up, tries to get to it, and trying to stop it before it goes out of the back is Corelli, and out. And it'll be a corner kick for Hobbs as Bettis will go over for the corner kick as reinforcements check in for both squads. 5 minutes to go, plus whatever little amount of stoppage they put on it here in the first half. Hobbs leading 1-0. So the corner kick from Bettis sends it into the middle, and that one bouncing off of the head as Alvarez had come out. That was dangerous. Gets back, and then Hobbs will misfire and send it out. Raphael will come up to toss it in for Clovis. Didn't mention this earlier. Hobbs were in the all-black kit today with the gold letters and numbers. Clovis in the white and purple kit. White tops, purple shorts, purple letters and numbers. Bouncer comes down. Hobbs gives chase, then back to Marquez. He then sends it back out. Unfortunately, nobody home but Clovis on that one, and then a bouncer in. And then on the rebound, that could be trouble. Marquez gets one save, gets two saves, and a whistle sounds. Shot by Miranda and another by Raphael. And Marquez with two quick stops, and the Lady Eagles dodge a huge bullet right there. Sabrina made one of those stops laying on her back, basically. But Clovis now putting on the pressure late in the half. 3:45 to go. Clovis still on the attack. Most on their heels the Lady Eagles have been in quite a while. Now Clovis trying to move stuff through as Adame back into the midfield. Collision. As Bettis got the worst of that one. Clovis gets it back, and Hobbs will just bounce it through. On the bounce down, giving chase. Addison Richards trying to get to it as she battles near side with Medlin, and it'll go out off Medlin. It'll be a throw-in for the Lady Eagles. 3:15 to go. Oh, they change it and say that it's going to be Clovis ball. So the Clovis throw-in by Baeza. Into space, Adame off the head to Valdez. As Rivera sends a bouncer down. Bettis and Richards trying to collapse in on it. Now over to the far side where Gonzalez will move it into the middle, and Hobbs looking for some space. And then a long shot on goal by Rivera. That one stopped by Alvarez. 1-0, Hobbs in the lead. 2.5 minutes remaining in the first. Alvarez sends it back down. Hobbs, though, will immediately settle it down. Rivera tries to get it to Gonzalez. Clovis takes it away. Now Adame gives chase on the far side. Clovis tries to find Raphael on the seam. Ball still in the midfield as we hit the 2 minutes remaining in the first mark. So 2 minutes to go here in the first. Out off of the Lady Eagles and Valdez. So throw in for Clovis. That'll be Roberts to toss it in. So on the throw in off of the back of Raphael and out. Hobbs throw in. Lady Eagles toss that in. It gets through. That could be trouble. Richardson with it. Or pardon me, Richards with it. Richards finding some room. Gets bodied off by Caroli, and then she'll send it onto the side of the cage and out. Kuroki got to Richards quickly and didn't give the freshman forward much chance to do anything with it. As we click down to the 1 minute remaining mark, 1 minute remaining here in the first, with Hobbs leading this one 1-0. Clovis will send it back into play with 1 minute exactly remaining. Into Richards, comes up on it to Clovis, knocks it away, and then it'll come out on the near side off of a Lady Eagle. The ball comes bouncing around. Throw in for Clovis. That'll be Miranda to toss it in. So Miranda sends it back into play and bouncing over the head of everyone, and Hobbs will just have to cycle that one out once again. Baeza, this time on the throw in, tosses into space. Again, off the back of Raphael, get it to Miranda. She battles, finds a little space. A little hop move, moves it to the front of the net. Hobbs will send it back down and try and move it back through with about 20 seconds remaining in regulation. Here in the first, Adame bounces it over to the far side. Everybody giving chase. Hobbs tries to get it, and it'll be out in the Clovis bench. As we are now in whatever amount of stoppage they decide to put on it. Hobbs will send it back down, and so we had about 10 seconds of stoppage time as we have played a half here at Watson Memorial Stadium. Senior afternoon for the Lady Eagles, and they lead it 1-0 on the 14th minute goal by Brooke Davis. So halftime here at Watson Stadium. Come back with the second half of action. This is Hobbs Lady Eagles Soccer from Noel Mark Digital and One Radio Square Sports on the Hobbs Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. Back at Watson Stadium, getting ready for the start of the second half of this district matchup between the Hobbs Lady Eagles and the Clovis Lady Wildcats. I'm TJ Miracle. Thanks for tuning in this afternoon on Hobbs Sports YouTube. Please subscribe. And on HobbsAmerica.com. So the Lady Eagles are 40 minutes away from claiming a district championship. If they can get the win, hold on for the win, or force a tie, anything other than a loss, Hobbs will claim the district crown here this afternoon on Senior Day at Watson Stadium. Thank you so much for being with us. There's a little bit of work having to go on the field. Yeah, flag got bent down there in the southeast corner of the field. So it'll be Clovis ball as we start the second half of action here this afternoon. Hobbs leading 1-0 on the 14th-minute goal by Brooke Davis. So to the near side, Clovis controls. Clovis late in the half went on the attack and stayed there as Adame gets bumped off the ball momentarily. She'll send that back to Modest, who will center it up. But it goes bouncing through and away as Davis gives chase on the far side. Looking, she'll send it into space, but it'll be Raphael who winds up with it for Clovis. Now Clovis will start their run. Hobbs will be defending the north goal this time. Back up as Bettis gets bodied off the ball, then bounce her onto the far side. So back to the middle, just underway here in the second half of action. Zadami gets tangled up with a couple of Lady Wildcats as they start moving it back up with Miranda to the near side and out and off of the Lady Eagles. It'll be Gonzalez, who will leave it for Roberts to throw in right at midfield. So Roberts tosses that one in off of the shoulder of one of the Clovis players. And out off Rivera at midfield. So on the throw-in, it was early in the first half that Clovis put on pressure the first 3-4 minutes. Then Hobbs spent pretty much the next 25 minutes or so on the attack, and then Clovis spent the last part of the first half on the attack, kind of shaping up that way maybe a little bit here early once again. Back to the midfield with Bettis, who will send it bouncing down. Kuroki gives chase and runs and out. It'll be a Hobbs throw-in from the attacking zone. 2 minutes have expired here in the second half of play. Hobbs leading 1-0. Beautiful Saturday afternoon on the pitch. Moving it forward, centering pass, trying to get it to Davis. Davis finding some room, looking forward and popped out, but it comes to Bettis. Then Clovis will take it away and bounce it out on the near side. Hobbs gives chase and lets it go. Modest wisely letting it go, and then she'll throw it in. So now the Hobbs Lady Eagles on the attack. On the throw-in, back to Modest. Then into the middle. Looking for some room, Adame. Then over to Davis. Davis to Bettis. Bettis gets bumped off the ball. No call. Turns around, fires, and the stop will be made by Malvaz. Bettis, her second shot on goal. The Hobbs faithful wanting a PK. Not going to get it, thinking that Kuroki had bumped her off the ball a little harder than was necessary. Hobbs on the attack once again. Bettis with it. Trying to get it to Adame. Working on the left wing. Adame turns around, fires, and that one will be stopped by Malvaez, and no rebound to speak of. And she smothers that one. Hobbs, though, with two good looks quick here in the second half. As that one will come bouncing back down and out, it'll be a Hobbs throw-in from midfield. 3.5 minutes gone here in the first half. Lady Eagles would like to get another goal or two here early. Is that one going to be swatted out by Roberts? Another throw-in for the Lady Eagles and Modest, junior midfielder. Toss it in, trying to get it to Bettis, and it'll come back down to Raphael. And into space as Bettis will settle it down at the 30-yard mark, trying to get it to Davis. Will come bouncing through everybody. Malvaez will stop it up for Clovis. And Now kick it back into the midfield. Lady Eagles leading 1-0. Have had a couple of shots here in the second half. Hadn't found the back of the net as of yet. Battle on the near side and out off of Clovis. That was off of Gonzalez. As Hobbs gets it in. Little side swipe from Rivera. But Clovis will move it back out to the near side, and off of Clovis is Adame trying to find a little room to work. She'll toss it over the head of Bettis. Kuroki with it to Rivera, tries to settle it down. Gets bumped off of the ball. Rivera takes it to the far side with Kuroki and another Lady Wildcat on her. Lady Wildcat goes down. No stoppage, and then Clovis will, wow, they're going to say that went off Hobbs on the far side. Okay. So throw in for Clovis. Hobbs centering it up, getting it to Bettis. A little stutter step. Then over near side as she works it over to Gonzalez, who's seen significant time. Then they try and send it away. Then taken back by Adame. Adame into space, and then Gonzalez just going to send it back down the pitch for Clovis. As Raphael does a hip check that a hockey player would be proud of on Gonzalez and out. And sub coming in for the Lady Eagles. As back in will be Basilia Hernandez. So Hobbs throw in from midfield. And on the throw in, that one's still bouncing around. As Clovis collects it and sends it back out next to their bench. 6 minutes have expired here in the second half. Under 34 remaining in this district matchup. Of course, Hobbs-Clovis, one of the great rivalries. Doesn't matter what the sport, what the event is in the land of enchantment. Friendly rivals, mostly. Neither team wants to lose to the other, that's for sure. Neither school wants to lose to the other, that is for sure. Well, the rivalry is generally pretty friendly between the schools, not always friendly between the towns, but that is to be expected a little bit. So it'll be Hobbs' ball on the throw-in. 7 minutes have elapsed here in the second half. Hobbs leading 1-0. On the line for the Lady Eagles today is a district title. A win or a tie, trying to get it to Davis as she battles on the far side with Medlin and out. So it'll be a throw-in from very deep for the Lady Eagles. Should be a throw-in. I don't think it's going to be a corner kick. And yeah, I think they are going to say it'll be a corner kick, so we'll see who Hobbs sends over for that. No, it will just be a throw-in. All right, there we go. I thought so. I thought it was just a simple side out. So Modis will toss it in. Set play for the Lady Eagles. Ouch. As Davis sends one, and then back and bouncing through and around was Hernandez. Sends that one wide of the cage and out. So back to Clovis. As Malvaez waits on the soccer ball to come over. Yeah, pretty good crowd on hand for a breezy Saturday afternoon. Lady Eagles looking to claim another district title under Coach Tellez. So sending it back down will be Roberts for Clovis. Comes near side, and that one going to be knocked down by Gonzalez. Trying to find a little space as Rivera battles in the middle. Gets it to Adame, but a whistle, and they'll say minor infraction on Hobbs. So it'll be a free kick for Clovis from their own defensive end. Looks like they'll let Roberts come up to take that one. She'll send a line drive screamer down that'll be knocked back into the attacking zone for the Lady Eagles. Roberts fights near side with Beltran. Seeing her first action of the afternoon. Of course, if you're just joining us, Brooke Davis scoring in the 14th minute of the first half. And the Hobbs Lady Eagle JV winning 4-0 earlier. Lady Eagles looking to make it a clean sweep as Rivera, off of the heels of Davis, she'll track it back down on the far side. Looks for some space, sends a slow roller in. Nobody can get to that one before it rolls out. And back to Clovis. Clock continues to move. We have played a quarter of the half. 10 minutes have expired in regulation time. 30 minutes to go in regulation. 1-0, Hobbs in the lead. On a very breezy Saturday afternoon, northwest winds gusting 25+ miles an hour as little front moves into southeast New Mexico. Pop a shot, comes bouncing onto the near side. Giving chase is Gonzalez. She'll collect it, send it back. That's to Mates. Centers up to Adame, trying to get it over to Rivera. Rivera was trying to get it to Davis over on the right wing, doesn't. Now Adame will come through, and that one will be a long shot in on goal. That one bounces around, could be trouble. It is still loose in front of the net, and they will blow a whistle. Adame sends one from nearly 50 yards out, and it is on point. Baez has to stop it. Then in attacking Madeline Gonzalez, and they will call free kick for Hobbs very close in. On the tackle by Clovis. Actually, it'll be a corner kick. So into the middle and just off of the mark. Trying to get it to Davis. And she'll send it off of the heels and just wide and looks to the heavens. Hobbs with a golden opportunity right there to cash an insurance goal in. Clovis to the near side and then over and out. And they're going to say that Hobbs touched it with the head, so it'll be a Clovis throw-in from midfield. So on the throw-in, Clovis with 3 attackers back. Momentarily had a 3-on-2 advantage as that one will come bouncing through. Raphael tries to get to it, but it'll be Sabrina Marquez who comes well out of her net to grab that. And then sends it back down. Bouncing ball, trying to get it to Davis. Davis with some room, chips it forward on the right wing, fires it in, and light the lamp! Davis, her second goal of the afternoon. And it will come at 11:51 of the second. So in the 12th minute of the second, Brooke Davis nets her second goal of the afternoon, and that is the insurance goal that the Lady Eagles were looking for. They now lead this one 2-0 over Clovis. So Brooke Davis, the senior forward and striker for the Lady Eagles, puts that one in and might have just secured a district title and a for sure spot in the playoffs for the Lady Eagles, but you've still got a long way to go in this one. So Brooke Davis on just 6 shots, or on just 4 shots, pardon me, has netted 2 goals. One at the in the 14th minute of the first, this one in the 12th minute of the second. Now Hobbs, and we've got a collision, and a Clovis player is down. Pretty good collision down there. We will keep that off screen and off camera. Hobbs not looking, Hobbs player in the collision, not looking too happy about it either. It's Camilla Beltran and Carly Baeza. Pretty good collision right there. They're both trying to kind of catch their breath there. Baeza, a little slow to get up, but she is up now. Officials making sure she's okay. You don't want to see anybody get hurt, but she's up under her own power. I think maybe just got the wind knocked out of her a little bit. Coach Rojas will come over, check on her. Says she's all right, but she'll go take a breather for just a minute. And it'll be a free ball for Clovis after the stoppage in play for the injury. So Roberts to send it back down the pitch. Hobbs leading this one 2-0 on 2 goals by Brooke Davis, the senior, making it a memorable senior day for herself and her cohorts here at Watson Stadium. Back to Roberts, who battles with Rivera. Morelli gets the inside track and will take it away from her. Feeding it forward, trying to get it over to Davis once again. And we'll have a chip and chase into the middle. Zambrano onto the far side. Hobbs will get to it before it can go out. And into the middle, and then a bouncer through. Clovis will get to it on the far sideline. Hobbs will give chase. Battle over there, and then it'll go out before Hobbs can get to it. And I believe they're going to say out off Hobbs. So it will be Clovis ball. 25-15 remaining in regulation. Hobbs leading 2-0. Hobbs 12 shots on goal. 2 of them have found the back of the net. As again, Roberts will go over to send it back into play. Clovis at some point going to have to find more sustained attacking opportunities. Just 5 shots in the match and none so far here in the second half. Kuroki fights it off the shoulder, but Hobbs will get there. Going onto the far side and trying to kick it over was Bettis, and it'll be blocked out by Roberts, but it'll be a corner kick now for the Lady Eagles from the southwest corner of the pitch. To send that one in, it'll be Zambrano. Mariah Zambrano on the set play. Bouncing in, that one could be trouble. It finds its way through. Turning around, Rivera tried to get a foot on it. Adame tried to get another one out. It was blocked out. Then Clovis will clear it out. Hobbs will give chase and start forward once again. Adame in the middle of the field, trying to get it to Davis on the far side. That's Rivera with it, who battles, finds her way through traffic, and then she'll send a long one that bounces just wide left of the cage and out. Hobbs with some golden opportunities. Clovis building a white and purple wall, though none of those shots getting in on goal on the free kick or the opportunities there. Lady Eagles leading 2-0 with 23:40 to go. As play resumes, Hernandez for Rivera. Rivera gets bumped off the ball and then back out off the head of Adame. Gets away from her. Raphael takes it over to the far side and into the Hobbs end. Bouncing over as Hobbs pops it right back into the midfield. Pretty good battle. Hobbs, Clovis trying to get it settled down. Now Hobbs will send a bouncer deep back into the Clovis end as Alvarez comes out of her net and will grab that one and just settle things down and then send it back away. Coming through, though, Adame will take that one away. Now to the near side. That'll be Gonzalez. Gonzalez, though, gets trapped up by 2. Lady Wildcats tries to send it back. As Raphael will save it before it can go out. Nope, they're going to say it did go out, so it'll be a throw-in for Hobbs from the 30-yard mark in the attacking zone. Lady Eagles leading 2-0. As up to toss that one in will be Clarissa Mattis. And she'll toss it in, and the ball will come to the near side. Mattis will take it back. Sends it into space to Adame. Gets bounced out. Pretty good fight going on with Miranda. And it'll go out off of Hobbs. So the throw in by Clovis, and then immediately out by the Lady Eagles. As Gonzalez will toss it in. Into Raphael, and it's out off of Raphael. Humanis immediately, quickly sends it back in. Hobbs into space with Rivera. Gets the ball taken away momentarily, but takes it right back. Sends the bouncer off the heel of Davis. Then giving chase on the far side. That is Beltran. Beltran gets bumped off the ball by Kuroki, but then he'll take it right back. Comes up and then is going to be taken off the ball as it'll go out off of a Lady Wildcat. And corner kick for the Lady Eagles. And I think Zambrano will be the one who takes the corner kick. We'll wait and see. And nope, actually that is going to be Camilla Beltran to take the corner kick. So Beltran up and will send it into space, bounces over the head of everybody. And then to the near side where Modest will settle it down. Takes it right back and is going to send it into the middle, into space. Clovis taking it away. Raphael, and then it will be swept out by Clovis on the near side. Throw in for the Lady Eagles. We hit the halfway point of the half. Hobbs leading 2-0. Just over 20 minutes remaining. Would like to get another insurance goal if possible. Beltran sends a bouncer onto the far side, and just going to watch that one go out is Malvaez. She got there to make sure no Lady Eagle could get there either. And it'll go out, and it'll be Clovis ball to send back down the pitch. And we are 3-2-1 now, officially at the halfway point, plus whatever little amount of stoppage time they put on this one. So Hobbs 20 minutes away from claiming the district title. Leading this one 2-0 on 2 goals by Brooke Davis. And on the free kick in, it's out, and it goes immediately back to Hobbs as that one goes rolling behind the Clovis bench. Lady Eagles trying to improve to 16-3 on the year, but more importantly 5-0 in district, which would give them an insurmountable district lead. So they would claim the district title as that one's out off Kuroki. Another throw in for Hobbs on the far side. Bouncing into space and into a sea of white, but Hobbs will get to it. Beltran, that one is going to be blocked by Kuroki. Goes onto the far side. Clovis will try and send it away and send it back up the pitch. Bouncing ball, Hobbs back line will take it through. Now to Modest. Modest working just the Hobbs side of midfield, but loses it. Clovis will start it back up with Miranda. Miranda moves it through, tries to find some space. Hobbs will get to it, but then it'll be Raphael coming out of nowhere, having to give chase. Get back to it is Jimenez. Clovis tries to save it before it can go out as Raphael and Gonzalez working in tandem, 21-22. But Hobbs gets a break right there as Clovis, you've got to think, is going to start putting on even more pressure because they are down 2-0. And we've got 18:15 to go in regulation. At some point, you got to think Clovis is going to try and flip the switch. They have yet to get a shot in the second half. Hobbs has been pretty much on the attack the whole second half thus far. They got an insurance goal. They'd like to get another one, if possible. So on a nifty little pass, taken off the ball, though, is Hobbs. And a little bit slow to get back in the play was Modest on the far side. So now Clovis on the attack. Raphael, she will battle with Hernandez on the far side. Tries to center it up. And that one will come bouncing through. Marquez looks for some room over to Raphael. That one will be blocked out again by the Hobbs defense. Working on the backside. Then bouncing into the midfield. Clovis has brought an extra attacker up with 17.5 to go. Hobbs just going to send it back down. Bouncing ball could be trouble. Clovis gives chase. Hobbs gives chase. Who's going to win the foot race? Clovis wins, but Hobbs gets there as Gonzalez to it and then gets taken off the ball by Kuroki, who will come near side and start it back up the pitch. Kuroki centering pass to Zayas. Then Kuroki gets it back. Tries to dump it forward to Miranda. So Miranda working it to Gonzalez and then onto the far side for Raphael. But it'll be Marquez who comes out to take it away. Raphael can get an opportunity at a shot on it. Back down into the midfield, bouncing ball over the head of everybody, splitting through. That'll be Davis. Davis looking for some room, gets bodied off the ball, comes back through. Then the bouncer on goal by Gonzalez will go wide to the left. Hobbs with an opportunity there. Clovis with some opportunities. Neither able to cash in, though. as they've gone forward and backward, back and forth. Subs coming in for both teams. Both Coach Tellis and Coach Rojas trying to get some fresh legs in. It'll be a corner kick for the Lady Eagles. Taking that one from the near side, it'll be Beltran to come over. So set play for the Lady Eagles with 16 minutes remaining in regulation. Beltran sends it in and over everybody as Davis tried to get there to click it off the heels and redirect, but not able to as that one goes rolling pretty much all the way out to the street. There is a fence and a gate there, so it doesn't go all the way to the street, but there's a lot of space between the south end zone and the goal here at Watson Stadium. Quite a bit to the north, too. So on the inbound, Hobbs gets it back. Beltran underneath battles with a couple of Clovis Lady Wildcats. Roberts winds up with it, but then loses it, trying the outlet to Gonzalez, and so back over to Hobbs. And Modest to throw it in from the near side. Modest throws it in. Clovis takes it momentarily, but Hobbs will take it right back. As Hernandez tried to come near side to Adame. Lost it momentarily, but Hobbs will take it right back. As Modest battles on the near side with number 19. I do not have a number 19 on my roster for Clovis. But this one comes through. Raphael on the horse will come over, and Hobbs just says, yep, we'll just chip that one out and reset down here as Mariah Jimenez puts that one out before Raphael can get to it. The throw-in will be made by Chavez as they try and center it up. That could be trouble. Centering pass blocked by Hobbs. Nice job to get in the way there by Bettis, and then a bouncer back down into the midfield. That'll be Beltran trying to get to it as she battled with Roberts. Now Kuroki comes back and will send it back to her defensive running mate, and Clovis will try and run it forward again. Bouncer into the middle. As onto the near side with Gonzalez. Gets away from Chavez, and Hobbs will come back and take it with Modest. Modest to Adame. Over to Hernandez. And to Rivera. Rivera takes it crossways, then he'll bounce it through everybody. As coming out of the net to collect that one, Malvaez with 13 minutes to go. 13 and a half minutes to go. Malvaez will send it through, and now Hobbs on the attack to Beltran in the middle from a long distance. Light the lamp as putting it through Camilla Beltran, and it will come at 13-13. Triskaidekaphobiacs of the world unite as she will put that one in at the 27. And I'm doing math, and that's never a good idea, but the 27:43 mark, that is 13-13 left on the clock, as Camilla Beltran gives the Hobbs Lady Eagles probably the insurance goal they will need for the district title. 3-0 now the score. As Beltran from about 35 yards out just banged that one home. Now Hobbs with the 3-0 lead on the 13-13 goal. I love it. So the throw in by Modez once again. So Hobbs now is 12 minutes away from claiming a district title as that one will come off of Sophia Medlin and out. So it'll be a toss in for the Lady Eagles from midfield. And on the throw-in, that'll be Natalie Silva, the junior who got the start and is back in now. As that one comes bouncing over, and Hobbs just going to have to watch that one go. At this point, the Lady Eagles can afford to just kind of sit back a little bit. Throw in by Eleanor Baldwin, who's back in. Now Hobbs will center it up. And back down by Gonzalez. Bouncing ball. Raphael tries to get to it. Settles it down. She'll pop one in, and that one will go wide of the cage, but Marquez will go over and grab it anyway. Whoa, and they say that Marquez took it and then stepped out of bounds. Wow. And so that Clovis an opportunity for a corner kick, their first of the match. So Marquez came out to grab that one. Probably should have just let it go. It would have been out of the back anyway. So coming over to take that corner kick will be Zayas for Clovis. So now they'll have their first opportunity for a set play. Sends that one in. Hobbs will block that one out as ouch. Adame took one right in the mouth as Zayas will send it back over the middle. That one's still in play to Raffaelli, and that one will come bouncing through, and it'll be a save by Sabrina Marquez on the first shot of the period by Clovis, and it came from, I believe that was Medlin over on the far side, but Adame is down, and she does not feel good as she caught a foot and the ball both right in the face. As training staff will come out and take a look at her, you certainly hope she's all right. As she caught the ball right in the mouth, and then I think there was a foot maybe behind it too, so she's down and not feeling too good. As the cart will come out, training staff there quickly to check in on her. 3-0 is our score. 10:28 remaining in regulation. Hobbs in the lead. But right now, everyone's concern is with the Hobbs Lady Eagle that is down. The goals coming, 2 from Brooke Davis, one in the 14th minute of the first half at 13:16, so in the 14th minute. Then she netted Hobbs' second goal at 11:51 in the 12th minute of the second, and then Camilla Beltran with the insurance goal at 27:43. Actually, that's 27:47. 13:13 was on the clock. Triska Decafobiacs of the World Unite. Camilla Beltran with the goal that will probably propel the Hobbs Lady Eagles to their district championship. But right now, again, all thoughts are with the Hobbs Lady Eagle, who is down. While we have a moment, big thank you to all of our great sponsors. You see them there on the screen. Couldn't do it without their help and support. They make Hobbs Eagle and Lady Eagle Sports possible. Hobbs Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, Lee County News and Sports YouTube as well. Also today on the Cool 95.7 Facebook page. As Adame is up, and yeah, she's still not feeling too good. They're going to go and put her in the cart, and yeah, they're checking the grill there, and she's up and she's all right. Round of applause for that young lady. So the medical timeout. Adame's played a good match here this afternoon. Had a couple of shots on goal. I believe she might have gotten an assist on the Beltran goal. So the medical timeout, as they will restart the clock here momentarily. As yep, they will roll the clock, and it will be Hobbs to send it back into play. As Marquez back down the pitch, Kuroki misfires on that one. It'll come bouncing. Hobbs with it, still moving through, and a bouncer back. Hobbs will just boot it down. 10 minutes to go as Kuroki gives chase. Sorry, over chasing with the camera a bit. As Kuroki will send that one out, and it'll be a throw-in for the Lady Eagles on the near side. 3/4 of the way through the last half. 10 minutes exactly remaining in regulation. As Modest to toss it in. So she'll throw it in. Trying to get it to Rivera. And also into a whole bunch of Lady Wildcats. So into the middle, Clovis will take it away, then go to Raphael on the far side. Raphael slows it down. Hobbs gives chase. Now over to Medlin. Hobbs going to look to keep the pressure up. Best way to not give up a goal is to keep the pressure on. So through, and that one off of a heel. And Hobbs a bouncer, and it will just go through and out of the back. And it'll be Clovis ball. So Hobbs 9 minutes away from going 3-0 in the Hobbs-Clovis triple header this weekend. Of course, winning Thursday night on the volleyball court, 3-2, a thrilling 5-set match. Hobbs lost the first 2 sets and then stormed back and won the next 3. Then, of course, last night, the Hobbs football team easily handling Clovis in Clovis. And this afternoon, Hobbs Lady Eagles trying to make it a Hobbs clean sweep of the Hobbs-Clovis triple header this weekend. Up 3-0 in the latter stages of this match. And for the Lady Eagles, they hold on. They will claim the district championship here this afternoon. Through traffic with some space, Alvarez will come out and she'll grab that one before Hobbs can get to it. Alvarez has really played a pretty good game in net. The 2 by Davis, not much she could do. Probably misplayed the one from Beltran just a little bit. And believe me, Camilla had a lot on that one, but should have been stoppable. And the keeper for Clovis, just an 8th grader, and she's played a pretty good game. That could spell good things for Clovis in the future. And we'll have a whistle and a minor infraction on Hobbs. Free kick for Clovis. 7:45 plus whatever little amount of stoppage they put on it remaining. I don't imagine we'll have just a whole lot. Zayas to send it back down the pitch and back into play. As Gonzalez tries to center it up, and it'll go out. So throw in for Clovis, and we will have a sub check-in for the Lady Wildcats. Of course, clock continues to move. Down to exactly 7 minutes to go at the throw-in point. Trying to get to Raphael on the far side, and Hobbs doing a nice job and just sending that one back out and away to the Clovis bench. We'll have another Clovis sub check in. Clovis does not want to get blanked, as Hobbs blanked him 3-0 in Clovis, the first match of the district season. And that's the score here in the second. That one comes bouncing through everybody. Sabrina will come over, grab it, and send it back down with 6.5 remaining. There's Beltran trying to get that one to the far side. Another bouncer. Keep it at the midfield all you want to if you're the Lady Eagles. Tarazas battles on the far side and out. So throw in front of the Clovis bench for Hobbs as more subs checking in for both squads. Six minutes remaining plus stoppage here in regulation. 3-0, Hobbs in the lead. Hobbs has only allowed 1 shot on goal, as we will have a minor infraction on Hobbs on the throw-in, so free kick for Clovis. So on the windy afternoon, Clovis back down. So Hobbs wins this one. I would think that they would be in the right position to get a home game in the playoffs. As that went out off of Clovis. Of course, those will start just a couple of weeks. Hobbs, one more game. They'll be taking on Carlsbad in Carlsbad. So until the home playoff game, this will be our last Lady Eagles broadcast. I believe we'll have one for the Hobbs boys next week. 5 minutes to go in regulation. Lady Eagles on the attack, getting through, trying to settle it down. Is Davis going to get tackled? Come on. Brooke Davis, she should get a free kick off that one, a penalty kick, but she's not going to. Alvarez just took her out and off the ball. Davis just kind of shakes her head like, yep, all right, that's fine. We're winning 3-0. It's one of those, like my coaches used to say, hey, even if it doesn't get called, as long as you're winning, it's fine. Point at the scoreboard. As that one comes bouncing over. And into space, looking for some room, bouncing it over Davis trying to center it up as Cortez back in the match. And that one will come off of Hobbs as Salas not able to contain that one. The 8th grader coming in, seeing some time this afternoon. Under 4 remaining in regulation. 3-0, Hobbs in the lead. That one going to be bodied up by number 19 for Clovis. We do not have a number 19 on their roster. Raphael trying to get it into the middle. Hobbs will take it back away with Hernandez, who sends it up the far side. Skipping through. That one bounces through off of Kuroki. Hobbs winds up with it with Rivera, who will just bump it deep into the zone. Then she'll take it back on the far sideline. Tries to stop it before it can go out. And they'll work with Bettis on the far side and then back, but Raphael will take it away. Clock continues to move. Hobbs continues to try and put the pressure on. Bouncing ball down for Silva. And giving chase, taking it away will be Chavez. But Hobbs gets back to it with Valdez. Under 3 remaining in regulation. Hobbs leading 3-0. Clovis just 1 shot on goal in the second half. Sorry, 2 shots on goal in the second half. Can't read my own handwriting. There's another chip down, but not a Lady Eagle in the neighborhood. 2.5 in regulation. Alvarez with it. And we'll send it back down. Trying to find some room, get a little room for Raphael to work. There's a collision on the far sideline and out off the Lady Eagles. Clock continues to move. Of course, in soccer, that's what it does. And we are at 2 minutes exactly remaining in regulation. Hobbs 3-0. 2 minutes away from claiming the district title. Of course, won it last year, too. Back-to-back district champs. Lady Eagles have had a pretty darn good run here as of late. Program has come a long way. There's Davis off the heels, trying to get it to Cortez in the middle. Rivera will find a little space. Corelli moves through, and Clovis just going to have to go send that one out of the back, and it'll be a corner kick for the Lady Eagles. With a minute 15 remaining in regulation. So let's see who comes over to take the corner for Hobbs. It'll be Rivera who heads over for the corner kick. Oh, Corelli Rivera for the corner kick. With 1 minute to go in regulation. So the Lady Eagles pop that one in, and that one off of the head and through, and then it'll be Valdez who bodies it up. It'll come back, settling it down and rolling it back into the middle. Clovis withstands a furious attempt by the Lady Eagles and then just back out. Hobbs to the far sideline with Terrazas, puts it into space to Rivera, kicks in and puts it through, and that one going to be knocked away before it can become a problem by Baldwin, and then it'll go out. As we are down to under 30 seconds remaining. Alvarez back down. As moving through, working away at it. Valdez into the middle to Cortez. With less than 10 seconds to go. That one up in the air. Bouncing around off of a shoulder for Chavez and down. And we are at the official expiration of the official time. As that one sent down by Muro, the senior, and then that one will go rolling back. Gotta think as soon as they get a stoppage here, this one will be done as Davis collects it before it can go out. She battles on the far side, and it will go out. And then out and through. Yeah, looks like they're going to let them play on for a while. We're plus 30 seconds now. So the Hobbs throw-in by Muro. And they will blow the whistles now, and that will do it as the Hobbs Lady Eagles victorious in this one, a final 3-0 over the Clovis Lady Wildcats. Goal in the first from Brooke Davis in the 14th minute, and then in the 12th minute in the second. And then the capper will be Camilla Beltran at 13-13 in the 28th minute. Put it in, and so the Hobbs Lady Eagles claim the district title here today and go to 5-0 in district, 16-3 overall in the season, and 5-0 in district, and are the District 4 5A district champion. So congratulations to the Hobbs Lady Eagles. They'll be playing Carlsbad next week in Carlsbad to wrap up district. Then, of course, Selection Sunday. Hobbs should have done enough now to ensure the home game first round of the playoffs. So congratulations to Coach Tellez and her squad claiming the district title here this afternoon. Big thanks to all of our great sponsors. Couldn't do it without their help and support. Thanks to Tiff and Evie keeping an eye and an ear on things back at One Radio Square. I'm TJ Miracle saying so long from Watson Stadium. Our final again, the Hobbs Lady Eagles 3, the Clovis Lady Wildcats 0. This has been an exclusive presentation of New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Have a great rest of your weekend, everyone.